Today we are reading, "You have a big breast, so you must work at Hooters." Sorry sir, I'm neither a cop or an employee. Thank you for the job, Karen. You are in the wrong place, and I don't work here and I don't speak Spanish. Let's try to reach 300 likes for this video and make sure you subscribe to enjoy the craziest and the funniest retail stories. For more I Don't Work Here Lady videos, check out the playlist in the description. Congratulations George for the comment of the day. And now is the time to fight Karen. Let's do this. "You have a big breast, so you must work at Hooters." Oh my effing god, why? Why me? About 2 hours ago, my friend and I were chilling in Hooters. I am a pansexual female and yeah, I kinda like the show. Plus, the wings are good too. I'm sure most of you know what the uniform looks like. Tank top and booty shirts, but the tank is white and effing says Hooters. So, we sit down. He is 2 years older than me, so he ordered a big beer and I ordered my wings. Now, if you read my r/malicious compliance story, you would get a kick out of this. It was a classic Colorado summer day, so yeah, it is hot. I was wearing, drumroll please, the Roster Teeth tank top. It is one of my favorite shirts and I normally wear it under a flannel jacket. The restaurant gets kinda hot, so I had taken my jacket off. About halfway through our meal, I went to the bathroom. On my way back, I heard a very loud "excuse me." I look over to see a Jennifer. Jennifers are worse than Karens. Fight me. With her whole goddamn family. I am talking kids that probably should not have been in there. I look around for a second, then I realize she is talking to me. I say, "Yes, ma'am," because it is how I was raised. "Can I get a refill?" "Oh, sorry ma'am, I don't work here." "What the hell do you mean you don't work here?" Literally what I just said? Don't lie, you clearly do. Just look at your boobs. What the actual F? This pissed me off, so I instantly barked, "Excuse me?" "You heard me. Get me a refill, you shameless person." She turns to her husband. "Sorry honey, but we are never coming back here. Terrible service." "Lady, I don't effing work here, but I have worked waitressing jobs before. If you talk to them the same way you talk to me, you should get the F out." She gasped so loud I thought she was gonna pass out. "How dare you? Where is your manager?" Now I say the name of the street my actual store is on, because I don't work here. I'm not even wearing the uniform. "You're probably just hiding it cause you're so ashamed." And then she grabs my shirt and pull it down. Thank God for bras. And I flat out slap her. My friend finally notices and tells her waitress to call the cops. He then comes over and deals with the situation. Just as she lunges at me, he grabs her by the hair. I should mention that James is a big buff black guy. He is the kind of guy you always see in the gym and who has muscles on his muscles. I honestly do not remember what I said next because I blacked out, but James tells me there were more screaming and what looked like the beginning of a bar fight. I am pressing charges for assault and sexual assault. Fingers crossed that B goes to jail. She wants to press charges for assault and sexual assault. Now I get the reason why assault. It's because she grabbed her shirt and tried to pull it down, but what was it for? Was it to show her breast, or was it just in a violent way of saying, "Hey you listen to me now"? But the sexual assault part, I'm confused. Is it because she got verbally abused regarding her appearance? I don't know, but if that is the case, I don't think it is considered sexual assault. She thought you were an employee because of your cleavage, and she did mention your breasts. If it's the part of pulling the shirt down, okay, I might understand it. But if it's because of what was said verbally, then you could press sexual assault charges just when someone mentions a private part of yours without your consent or in a way that you're not okay with. I don't know, this seems weird to me. This lacks details to give a judgment, but either way, it must suck to be on the receiving end of a situation like OP experienced. Would you have done the same in this situation? Please let me know in the comments because I want to engage with you and it also helps with the YouTube algorithm that people care about my content. But now, let's move on. "Sorry sir, I'm neither a cop or an employee. This happened a few years ago, but I still laugh about it. so I thought it'd be worth sharing here. In my area, we have a few firearms suppliers that serve law enforcement. As a result, there are always a good number of cops around at all times. I am one of these dealers one day picking up some ammunition for an upcoming hunting trip, and I decided to see what they have on sale. Enter the person we shall call Sean for this story. Sean walks up completely out of the blue and asks me, "Hey, what's the deal on these bullets?" I am a bit perplexed because I had shorts on with sandals and a button-down shirt that looked nothing like the employee's uniform. I reply, "Sorry, what?" He continues, "These bullets, what are you guys selling them for?" I recognized what happened and decided to entertain myself with Sean. The prices are clearly marked, so I show him the price tags. Sean was clearly on something, twitchy, and was wearing sunglasses indoors. He did not smell like the usual substance, so I assume meth or something was involved. Here is the price for these. What kind of firearm do you need them for? Sean seems to trust me, sort of, and replied, "Well, I got this pistol. It's pretty small and shoots these teeny little pellets." "So you mean a BB gun?" "Nah, man, it is a gun." I still have no idea what he meant. Since Sean seemed to be answering my question, I decided to get a little bolder. "So Sean, what do you prefer to take? I mean, what did you do this morning?" "Man, I didn't do anything except a little smoke and some of them little pills." Mentally, I was saying, wow, this dude is high out of his mind. And I was laughing because why on earth will this pillhead choose to come to a store that is known for having cops hang around? No way to know for sure. He was definitely a few tacos short of a combo platter. This conversation continued for a solid 5 to 10 minutes, and the whole time several cops walked by and gave him the "this guy is fishy" face. The conversation ranged from Sean talking about how he spat in his brother's slushy to how he had bought a new flashlight and how he was using it to spotlight deer on the road to his house. We occasionally would talk about the stock the store sold, and I offered my opinions on the products he asked about. Sean decides he is done talking, so he thanks me for helping him and then heads to the door. As he is leaving, I say to him, "Have a good day. By the way, I'm not an employee." He turns in surprise. "What, man? Are you a cop?" "Sorry, sir, I'm neither a cop or an employee." I guess Sean realized that he'd been talking to a random guy this whole time, and that idea scared him enough to hightail it out of there. While I am standing there, laughing to myself, one of the cops that was listening came up and asked, "What was that all about?" I replied, "Meth." We both laughed about it for a minute or two, chatted for a bit, and then went about our business. I don't know if the guy got arrested or not, but I never saw him in there again. The cop did radio in a description of the guy while we talked, so I assumed they were looking for him. It was a fun day. Thanks for the job, Karen. I've been a long-time lurker on Reddit, never posted or even made an account. But I found the r/idontworkherelady subreddit and remember something that happened to me when I was 16 or 17. I am 30 now, so the conversation in this will not be 100% accurate, but the gist is correct enough. Me is me and EL is the entitled lady, aka Karen. During high school, I worked at a fast food chain in a shopping center. The uniform was a blue baseball cap, red polo shirt, and navy blue pants. I was working the registers one Saturday when the entitled lady comes up and orders food. Her food was not 100% to our liking, so she came back and complained. She seemed like a typical Karen. Before I knew Karens were a thing, so I just ignored her and got her a new meal. She seemed okay with this, but she made a big deal of noting my name badge and saying she would remember my name, which is a fairly unusual name. But I did nothing wrong and my dad was friends with the area manager, so I did not care. Hours later, I had finished my shift and walked over to the grocery store in the shopping center. I was tired after a long day and still had my uniform on and forgot to take off my name badge and hat, which I usually did remove. The grocery store has a uniform as well. Green button-up tops with the grocery store logo embroidered on it and black pants or a skirt. Almost the total opposite to my uniform. Also, I would have smelled like oil and chicken. Anyway, I am browsing in some aisle with my earbuds in when I managed to hear a loud clearing of throat behind me. I turn around and see the same Karen from before glaring at me. I go back to what I'm doing and she clears her throat even louder. I take one of my earbuds out and this conversation happens. What? Where is the exotic food aisle? Huh? The exotic food aisle, with the Asian and Indian foods? I don't really eat that stuff. I am allergic to chili. That does not matter. You should know where the aisle is. And why should I know that? Because you work here. No, I don't. I work at the fast food chain. In fact, I served you today and you complained about the food and said you'd make a note of me. I know, that's why you should help me now, but I don't work here. You work in the same shopping center. You should know where everything is. Well, I don't. I'm going to go now. Bye. And I put my headphones back in and try to forget about her. My next shift at my store the following Thursday evening, I get called into the manager's office and the area manager is there. The one who is friends with my dad. He said the head office got a very angry call from Karen demanding I be fired because I was rude and unhelpful. He knew me and knew I would not be like that, not at work anyway. So he wanted to know what happened. I told him the story and thankfully he believed me. Apparently, she called back the head office on Friday to find out if I'd been let go. She was told that I had not and got very irate. I am not sure exactly what happened after that as the area manager would not keep me in the loop, but he clearly put in a good word for me as the following year I got a job in the head office straight out of high school. I did not want to continue to study. University is expensive and I did not know what I wanted to do yet. I was there for 2 years and it started my career in corporate, which I still do to this day, albeit in a totally different company on the other side of the country, but still. So thanks Karen, you weird lady. You are in the wrong place. I was working at an equipment rental store. Usual stuff. Booms, scissor lifts, mini excavators, etc. Across the road, there's a Repo yard. The place operates 24/7 and usually the first 2 weeks of any month they are the busiest with snatch trucks continually bringing cars, trucks, motorcycles for non-payment. Often, the city police and sheriff's deputies arrive because the defaulter shows up and causes a scene. Many times it ends in arrest or an ambulance shows up. Sometimes it is both. Around 10 a.m., I am at the sales counter running parts inventory report for cycle count when a car comes screeching into the yard, nearly hitting the building. In walks Mrs. Entitled, yelling and cursing about her car being repossessed and wanted to know what I am going to do about it. She is going to sue me, etc, etc. The language alone was mostly incoherent, aside from the swear words. To be honest, my coworker and I were enjoying this unscheduled performance so much, we let her go on for a good 15 minutes despite her being in the wrong place. I politely asked her to sit down and offered her some coffee, which unfortunately only resulted in a new and improved verbal assault, this time which included more foul language mixed with random spit from her huge mouth. When we were finally able to get some words in, I politely explained that she was in the wrong place and her vehicle was across the street. I have never seen a woman so enraged in my life. She apparently made such a scene at the Repo office across the street she was, and yup, you guessed it, arrested. I don't work here and I don't speak Spanish. I've posted this before, but I am new and I feel like more people will see this if it is on this subreddit. A few years ago, I was in Savannah, Georgia with my family. I am a person who tans easy, not burns. This is relevant to the story later. Okay, so we, my family and I, were in a seafood restaurant, and while my family got a table, I went to the restroom. As I was headed back to our table, this woman stops me and says, in broken Spanish, "Can you wait on my table? I've been waiting for 20 minutes. I just looked at her and said, I don't work here and I don't speak Spanish. She scoffed and says, well, you are clearly Mexican. Look at your deep tone. I could not even with her. It is a tan and that is extremely rude to assume anything about someone that you don't know. She got real embarrassed and walked away. The restaurant was really good. I recommend it. Hey, did you like this I Don't Work Here Lady video? If you did, check out my playlist right here. I bet you will love it. These videos take me a lot of effort to make, so if you can show me some support by liking the video and subscribing, this will mean the world to me. Also hit the bell button to know when we post a new video and join the notification gang. Thank you again for watching episode 52 of I Don't Work Here Lady. See ya!